Oh, hey guys.
I'm gonna be real before I start this little devlog or whatever you want to call it. This whole thing is unscripted. So, all of this is coming off of the dome. All I'm trying to do is update you guys because it's been about 7 months since I've updated, maybe even 8, honestly. I don't even know. Since I've updated everyone outside of like a few GIFs on my community tab and shit like that. So that's all this is going to be about. Since that Still Alive teaser was posted, the progress on the mod actually slowed down by 500,000 times because I had my own stuff to do in real life, like school, stuff like that. But recently, since it's summer break and I kind of found my bearings on what I want to do with the mod, it's been speeding up back to the pace it was when the original demo released. Which I'm still really sad with how that original playtest turned out, because that is just, I just want to get out of the way right now that that's not what the mod will be like when it releases. It's the original demo is just so bad. I don't know why I decided to release it in the state it was in. I probably should have said this at the start, but if you're watching this and you have no idea what Alpha 2 Minimalist is, essentially what it is just a joke mod recreating Hello Neighbor 2 Alpha 2. It will have its own custom segments and its own little, I guess, story, whatever you want to call it, man. It'll have custom stuff that isn't just directly copying Alpha 2. I hope I made that obvious with its own little style, its own characters. It is loosely based on the original Hello Neighbor, but it isn't exactly, following it one-to-one. But anyways, now that's over with, I could actually start talking about what we changed. The mod itself has custom animations because some characters lack animations when they should have them, such as Nielsen. The dude doesn't even have a goddamn door opening animation, so we kind of have to animate that ourselves instead of just retargeting it. And also, this is a Hello Neighbor 1 mod that you have to keep in mind, so there's some tasks that just don't exist in Hello Neighbor 2, such as kicking objects when they're in the way, or, doing jerks. So we need to also animate those. And also washing hands and using the heater, which wasn't in Hello Neighbor 1, but it was never given to us through the Hello Neighbor 2 files, so we have to do that ourselves too. Not to mention that there's also cutscenes for the mod, because this mod, again, has a story, and we can't just use pre-existing animations for all of them. I can use them for some, and they will look good, but all of them, no. The map itself got an update too, because, the original one was kind of terrible. And it's just more condensed in a way, that way I can fit as many details as I want, little Easter eggs, whatever you want to call it, I guess. It's not going to be as big as it was in that one screenshot from one of the older updates. If I can find it, I'll put it here, I probably can't. It's way smaller, but it's for the better, okay? If I could put a pin on how exactly close we are to finishing the first chapter release, as a demo, which won't be exactly finished, you know what I mean? It would at least be 40 to 50% done. Right now we're working on getting a new neighbor house model and also a new gray manor. The manor itself won't, be exactly one-to-one to the manor that you see in Alpha 2. It's actually going to be its own custom thing. And I'm excited to see how it turns out. What you saw in the Still Alive teaser will still be the gameplay for the police section of the mod. Just because we're changing the layout doesn't mean the gameplay itself will be different. I already like what we have right now. As for the manor, I don't really have anything to talk about right now with it, but I can show off a few playtesting clips. You don't have them for now, I will say to take what you see through those clips with a grain of salt, because that layout probably isn't even close to what the finished one will look like. I don't even know if it'll be the same mesh by the time we get the demo out. To give a basic outline of the locations you'll be going through, you'll see the manor, the neighbor's house, the basement. You may even see the Golden Apple amusement park. There's also going to be an entirely new location, the city. That's about all that I can say for sure right now. So take what you can with that. Those are going to be some locations that you may or may not be able to visit. Just don't take my word for it, okay? Some stuff may change. As for the characters in the mod, since the last devlog update, whatever you want to call it, the characters have stayed relatively the same. Characters like Jerry, Nelson, Lyle, Nikki, Aaron, Maya, and the guest will still be in the mod. There will be a few new faces that you'll see through this new demo, and then later down the line there will be even more new ones. Like I've said time and time again, everything that's here is just not concrete. It could be removed with the flick of a wrist. So just keep that in mind and take everything with a grain of salt when I'm showing it to you. Apart from the stuff that I just said, I don't think there's much else that I need to say. I think I've gotten everything that I wanted to show off out of here. However, I do want to say thank you to the people that are helping me with this project, and it would not be the same without your guys' help, so just thank you again for that. One thing I will say though, keep an eye out for secrets, and keep an eye out for stuff, small stuff, because there's going to be a lot of that. Okay, that's about it, guys. If you have any questions in the comments, I'll try and answer them. Bye.